This painting, titled The Sower, was painted by artist Jean-François Millet in 1850. He was born in 1814 Normandy to a large family and grew up in a rural community. Throughout his life, his family taught him to appreciate art such as music, nature, and books. More importantly, growing up as part of a rural family, he worked long days on the fields and learned what the country life was like. It's the experiences he faced during this time of his life that is well presented in many of his paintings, including this one. According to the art story, Millet said he had never seen anything but fields since he was born. He tries to say as best as he can what he saw and felt when he was at work. Millet also became the inspiration for many of Vincent van Gogh's artwork. Jean-François Millet's The Sower is a powerful imagery of what it is like to be a part of the present life. The combination of darker earth tones and reds and blues creates a definition between the foreground and background. In the foreground, we see the sower working his way down the field as he tosses seeds out of his hands. His proportions are much larger than that of the entire painting, conveying a sense of heroism and valiantness. Millet wants us to focus on the hard-working man. He wants us to remember and applaud those who work in the fields struggling to grow the food on our tables. He also places so much emphasis on the rags that the man is wearing, demonstrating how no matter how much work he puts in, it's never enough to help him dress nicely. The background demonstrates the vastness of the fields and how much more work needs to be done. The real beauty in the background is the slow rising sunlight, radiating from the horizon and revealing the shadow of another figure herding cattle. There's movement that can be felt in the painting. Millet made the horizon of the field at an angle, making it look as if the sower is moving downhill. Millet received both scrutiny and praise for his painting. During the creation of his artwork, the French bourgeoisie feared socialism and the idea of idolizing the poor, as they believed it would help in the overthrowing of their upper class power in society. Those who criticized his painting didn't enjoy how the sower was praised and is the dominant figure, while those who loved it, like Walt Whitman, said it held a sublime murkiness and original pent fury. I believe Millet's focus on the rural should be revered, as it opened eyes to those who never knew what the rural class was going through at the time. He conveys their hard work and passion, all based off of his own experiences, adding more meaning to his work. This painting, titled Country Doctor or Night Call, was painted by artist Horace Pippin in 1935. Born in 1888, Pennsylvania, Pippin was an African American artist who taught himself how to paint and express his experiences throughout a variety of his paintings. He grew up in a segregated one-room school and began his love for art when he received a box of crayons, paint, and brushes through a magazine ad. In 1917, he enlisted in the Army and fought in World War I, where he injured his right arm, damaging it forever. Regardless of his injury, Pippin tried his best to express himself through the art of burnt wood panels or pyrography. He later moved to oil paintings, which ultimately became his medium of choice. Due to his injury, the best method for him was to hold the brush in his right hand and move it with his left. This is the same painting technique he used to paint Country Doctor. Horace Pippin's painting utilizes a combination of dark blacks, bright whites, and subtle blues to create a chilly and ominous piece of work. Thousands of white streaks layered above the artwork help create a snowy effect. Our eyes are drawn towards a figure walking alongside a horse and a cart. This figure is the country doctor, who is likely headed to his next patient. Bright white snow covers the vast majority of the ground, while the trees stand tall and bare, creating a cold and chilly winter's night. A river strikes through the snow to bring balance to the painting. Ahead of the doctor is a long, clear path, showing us how much more he still has to endure. Pippin's attention to detail is prominent throughout this painting. For example, look at how the white streaks of snow are going at an angled direction instead of straight down, demonstrating a wind pattern in the painting. In addition, he adds small footprints in the snow, showing us how far the doctor has walked. The still movement in this piece of art makes it seem as if Pippin himself took a picture of what was happening. It's that attention to little details that really bring life to this painting. The combination of night and snow gives the audience the impression that this doctor is hardworking and will endure whatever he must to help others in need. Pippin wants to celebrate doctors and demonstrate the important role they played in America during that time. He may also be hinting to the doctors that were there during the war, enduring what they could to help wounded soldiers like Pippin. According to the Phillips Collection, Horace Pippin was the first African American painter to express his concerns about war and social political injustices in his art, and his compositions on those themes are forceful and striking. Art becomes a lot more meaningful and powerful when the artist is able to make a statement through it and creates it utilizing their own experiences. In a variety of other paintings, Horace Pippin continued to do that. He wanted the world to understand what it was like to be an African American in America and what life was like for them during that time.